Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course. Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler review series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there and try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks. I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I can't imagine these being bad, right? But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means I was on my way home from work. I found some shit to review for you. And that's definitely the case today. I got off work a little bit ago. Decided to go over there and stop off at a 7-Eleven, as I've been wont to do. I got myself some Mountain Dew Infinity Swirl, which is an exclusive flavor to 7-Eleven. I've reviewed this, by the way, in case you want to check that out. So much so, and I actually have a Mountain Dew playlist called Mountain Dew Madness, in case you know. But the thing is, I actually have a lot of playlists, one of which is specifically for Buffalo Wild Wings related stuff. And, well, that's where these are going to end up because, boom! Buffalo Wild Wings stuff. So yeah, they're Slim Jims, but they're Buffalo Wild Wings chicken stick Slim Jims. Yes! Hot and Buffalo style. Alright, man, that's okay. So, yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings collaborating with Slim Jim. That works for me, man. Hopefully, anyway. I figure I'll do both of them in one video because more value for your dollar. I mean, you don't pay me. If you want to pay me, let me know. I wouldn't mind being paid. I'm just saying. Let's get a thing for the thing. It looks like this. Just kind of, yeah, something like that. Sure. Let's go. Ha 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 ha. Alright, let's try out the Buffalo one first. And I have reviewed, like I said, I have an entire playlist for Buffalo Wild Wing stuff, so if you want my opinion on their normal menu. Stick. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Took a little bit for the buffalo to really kick in, but once it did, it was like, okay, yeah, no, that's definitely like a tangy buffalo. All right. It's got some heat to it, too. I'll be interested to taste what the hot is like because, like, this has some proper burn to it, man. That hits you in the back of the throat. Which, I mean, it should. Like, you know, we think of buffalo sauce as being its own very distinct thing, and it is, certainly. But it is fundamentally like, you know, a hot sauce, basically. So, okay, yeah. I'm down with that. It, like I said, it definitely has an identifiable buffalo sauce taste to it. It's got some heat to it. The actual stick itself is tender and easy to eat. It has a nice meatiness to it. You know, just fucking Slim Jim. It doesn't have the same meatiness as a normal Slim Jim, because obviously this is a chicken stick, but yeah, it's more tender than like a normal Slim Jim. You know, Slim Jim, you know, you got some proper bite on it. This is a little bit more, you know, it's got less resistance to it. But yeah, that's not bad. I like the flavor. I like the overall eating experience. And again, I like the fact that, you know, it pretty much lives up to what it's supposed to. Again, the flavor is identifiable. All right, cool. Let's try out the hot one. I'm going to do a quick little swig of this to sort of palate cleanse, I guess. All right. Do-do-do-do-do. Stick. Oh yeah, that's got like a more defined hot sauce smell to it. Oh, this one's even more tender than the last one. This one I hardly had to bite into it, man. It wanted to go. Yeah, okay. It has sort of like almost like a Tabasco sauce kind of flavor to it. Like, definitely very similar, you know, hot but not crazy hot. A little bit of a vinegary kind of bite to it. In terms of the heat, I would honestly say I feel like it's about the same level of heat as the buffalo style one, but it's how the heat hits you. Whereas the buffalo one really just kind of went straight to the back of your throat, and, it moved out of the way relatively quickly. This one, it takes longer to get that heat, but once you do, it kind of goes all the way around your mouth. In fact, probably the only place it's not hitting is the back of my throat, and it's lingering. It's really holding in there. So I wouldn't say either of them are particularly hot, but they both have a kick to them, but the kick is different in how it's applied and how long it holds out. Okay. And, same general sort of makeup as the last one. Again, just more tender. But it's still got the meatiness to it. This one, though, takes longer for the flavor to really kick in. Everything about this, has a little bit of a delayed reaction compared to the buffalo one. Flavor takes longer to kick in, the heat takes longer to kick in, but once the heat hits, it really holds in there. Sadly, I can't say the same for the flavor. I don't feel like the flavor on this one is as good as the buffalo one. Okay. Alright, 3 questions need to be asked. Would I get either of these again? Would I recommend either of them? Which one is my personal favorite? Sure, and the buffalo one. Yeah. For me personally, I like both of them well enough, but the buffalo one, I like the flavor better, and I think that the flavor holds stronger. I like that it still has a kick to it, but I like the way the kick is implemented better, because it feels like a more cohesive part of the entire eating experience, whereas with the hot one, it feels like the only reason for it, because the rest of the flavor just feels a little bit minimal by comparison. So, and it doesn't taste bad or anything, but I would get either of these again, plus they're only $1. So, at least right now, they're relatively cheap. I don't know if that's going to stay the case or what have you. But for $1 a stick, the flavor on them's good. Slim Jim, they're a solid enough company with what they do and everything. Yeah, they're pretty nice meat sticks. I wouldn't say that they're anything holy shit amazing, but I do have to give credit where it's due, especially on the buffalo one. I think that one hits pretty nice. So, the hot one, I'd maybe get every now and again, maybe. But that buffalo one, yeah, I'd be willing to snatch that one up. Now, if I'm recommending it, yeah, they're cheap. They've got good flavor. Yeah, if you're not into spicy stuff, even though, again, the hot one is hot, they both have a kick to them. So if you're not into that, just be warned. But yeah, again, I don't think they're going to be anybody's favorite meat stick jerky / whatever option, but they're nice enough. They both deliver when it comes to having their own personality and, giving you some wallop for your buck. So, yeah, I'd still recommend these. They're, again, especially if you can get them for relatively cheap. So, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, over there, yourselves a truly Slim Jim-tastic the rest of your life. Fuck it, man. Slim Jim. I looked up the Slim Jim guy, the original guy who looked like the Static X guy. I looked him up. Like, he's like a proper actor and stuff like that. Like, he does not, obviously it's been like over 20 years since those commercials. He doesn't look the same, but I was like, good for him, and part of me was like, when you haven't seen somebody for a long time, that type of thing, it's like, it could go very poorly. Sometimes you look up somebody and you're like, oh no, their life went bad. But no, it seems like he's doing really well for himself. So, we need to have him helm a movie. I want to see that. Let's make that happen. Final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, do you remember the Slim Jim commercials? With all the stuff that's like come back and like nostalgia and everything like that, let's bring back the Slim Jim guy, man. But have him be like a more matured Slim Jim guy. You could do this. This could be a thing. And again, I would genuinely love to see him like helm a film or something like that. I think that would be awesome. Because people would be like, who the fuck is this guy, right? And then they look him up and then it's like the fucking eat me. I think that'd be a fun little Easter egg for humanity. Anyway,